The World's Fair came in 1982, and it had the theme Expo 82, Energy Turns the World. They had exhibits that were from 22 states that participated in the fair. There were state exhibits like Kentucky, Alabama, and that sort of thing. And then there were exhibits from businesses and corporations like Bell South, Lay's Meats, Heinz Pickles, a lot of corporations. Coca-Cola was here. Over 200 businesses participated. The Sun Sphere that we're standing in front of right now was one of the major buildings that was built for the fair, and it is the theme structure, and it was supposed to look like the golden sun going through the air, because the theme was energy, and all the energy comes from the sun. And also a building that you can probably see in the background here was called the Amphitheater, and it was where they held entertainment venues. And we had such famous people as Johnny and June Cash, Glenn Campbell, Bob Hope. Over 200 famous entertainers were here. Jerry Lee Lewis, Bill Monroe and the Bluegrass Boys, Porter Wagner. Some of the most famous entertainers of the day were here during the fair. Knoxville chose to make an application to be in a World's Fair. A World's Fair doesn't just take place, you have to apply, and you actually have to apply through the federal government and also through Paris. There's a international exposition board that that the city had to apply through. You have to have the traffic pattern that will sustain the influx of cars and buses. You have to have the community behind you. There was for this World's Fair there was a 5-layer tiering of money. It took millions and millions of dollars. It came from loans from banks. The city also put out bonds, and then actually loans from 5 different banks, and then a grant from the federal government and loans from the federal government. Talking about having a World's Fair started in 1976, and if you'll remember back in history, that was a time of high energy cost. There was an oil embargo. People's cars were just stopped along the side of the street because there wasn't enough gas for them to fill them up, and prices went higher, and a lot of people didn't have jobs. It reminded you very much of nowadays. There was a lot of people needing jobs. So one of the major things that the World's Fair did for Knoxville was it brought jobs, and it kept the city from going into a deeper recession than probably the whole country went into. So jobs, even though they weren't high-paying jobs, a lot of them, it at least put money in people's pocket.